Good morning. My name is Jessica Johnson, and today I will be talking to you about an action research proposal. In March of 2020, the world as we know it came to a screeching halt with typical day-to-day activities such as going to work, socializing with friends and family, and attending school all changed almost instantaneously. According to research by Education Week, nearly every state shut down school buildings during the spring semester, thus affecting more than 55 million students. Some students sat out of school for almost 3 weeks, waiting for districts to come up with a viable solution to continuing the teaching and learning process. While some districts leverage asynchronous management systems, such as Google Classroom and Schoology, others utilize Zoom, Microsoft Teams, or Google Meet to continue holding live synchronous classes remotely. Almost a year later, some parents have still chosen to keep their students at home out in an abundance of caution. To provide teaching and learning opportunities that most resemble classes prior to the onset of COVID-19, at-home learners within our district participate in daily instruction, weekly tutorials, and attendance check-ins via Zoom. Students are required to have their video screens turned on and actively participate within the lesson. The overarching problem is student engagement or a lack thereof. Some students do not show up to live lessons, choosing only to complete their asynchronous assignments. Other students, however, will show up but will refuse to turn their videos on, participate with voice or chat within the lesson, and turned in their assigned work on time. Because of this lack of engagement, the students are falling behind academically in comparison with their on-campus peers. The goals I wish to accomplish with this action research plan are as follows. Research by the Northwest Evaluation Association indicates that students who demonstrate active engagement, as evidenced by attending classes on time, participating within the class lesson, and putting forth effort to complete homework and classwork, have a higher chance of being academically successful and passing grades within high school. With this knowledge, the primary goals of this action research plan are to identify causes of the lack of engagement and to develop a plan to address these concerns to increase student engagement and participation among our online and virtual learners. Realistically, there are many challenges that both on-campus and at-home students face during these times. However, increasing student engagement has an opportunity to minimize the achievement gaps of virtual learners while ensuring they receive the same or similar instruction as their on-campus peers. The stakeholders within this action research project will include myself as the primary researcher, and I am a dean of instruction, the teachers and staff who work with the online learners, a sample population of the at-home learners, the school principal, and the parents of the sample population. The principal must be made aware of the study and the goals of the research process. The teachers and staff who work with at-home learners can provide vital information on engagement, while the at-home learners can provide direct reasons to why they have not been engaged and what factors will cause them to become intrinsically motivated to participate within daily instruction. The parents of the sample population will provide permission for the students to participate within the research study. Potential obstacles that might exist would be a lack of school leader permission to conduct the study, as well as a lack of student participation. To avoid these obstacles, I will speak with the principal about the purpose of the study and the possible impact the results of the study can have on student engagement and academic achievement. I'll be sure to have the action research plan mapped out with specific dates, times, resources, and the roles and responsibilities for each stakeholder involved. Because some at-home learners may not be inclined to participate in the study, I will seek administrator approval to incentivize participation, such as positive classroom dojo points, bonus points to be used toward an assignment, or a similar incentive that at-home learners will view as worthwhile. To implement this action research plan, I will first begin by speaking with stakeholders about the purpose of the study. I will choose a sample of both students and teachers as participants and a select group of academic colleagues as a working group to assist me with the implementation of the action plan as well as the analysis of the collected data. The look portion of the research project will be used to identify causes for the lack of student engagement, which will include a survey for both the teachers of the virtual students as well as the at-home learners. The questions for the teachers will focus on teaching strategies geared toward online learners and methods that have been leveraged thus far to increase student engagement. The questions for the students will focus on their online learning experience, challenges that they faced in participation, and what actions, be it school, teacher, or student, that will motivate them to engage in the virtual learning process. The think portion of the plan would involve reviewing and analyzing the data collected from both the students and the teachers and identifying themes or trends within the data. In this section, the goal is to compare the experiences of the students with the teaching methodologies utilized and to ask interpretive questions that will guide the next portion of the plan. Based on the analyzed data, the working group and I will develop potential solutions that will be implemented via the action plan based on the desired outcome. In the act portion, an action plan will be created that identify the priorities of the plan, a guiding goal with objectives and tasks, and an indication of the time, personnel, and resources needed to carry out the plan with fidelity. After implementation of the action plan, we will analyze the results of the potential solutions to determine if the impact on student engagement was worthwhile. Through evaluation, we will assess the effect of each objective, make revisions as needed, and determine if the solutions are sustainable. Because more than one solution might be leveraged during the action plan, it will be vital to ascertain which solution or solutions proved effective in increasing student engagement. To best determine the effectiveness of this action plan, key indicators would be used as a marker for active student engagement. These indicators will include daily attendance. Are students visible in their video screens on Zoom? Are the students participating in the lesson by responding with their voices or through chat? And are the students turning in assigned work by the deadlines? If students are actively engaged based on the above mentioned indicators, the action plan would be deemed as effective. It will also be necessary to examine the students' grades on classworks prior to the plan, during the plan, and at the conclusion of the plan as another potential indicator of active engagement. By examining the pre- and post-action plan data, we will be able to determine the efficacy of the action plan and the potential for a sustainable solution that can be continued after the conclusion of the action research project. Thank you.